Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we are putting down the wrapping paper and picking up the data.
A lot of data.
A lot of data, because we are not just looking at what you bought last holiday season. No, we are doing a deep dive into how the 2025 season is shaping up to be the ultimate stress test for artificial intelligence in retail.
It truly is. This is the moment of reckoning, really. Retailers, large and small, they have poured billions into building these intelligence systems.
And this isn't just about simple chatbots anymore, is it?
Oh, not at all. These are core operational investments. I mean, think about some of the headline-grabbing examples we've seen. Puma is weaving AI directly into its advertising.
Right.
And Levi's partnered with Microsoft to build what they're calling a super agent to automate these really complex back-end tasks. These are serious existential bets on the technology.
Okay, so let's break this down for you. We've been gathering sources that track everything from, shifting consumer expectations to specific retailer deployments.
And crucially, we're dissecting how the major AI platforms themselves, your ChatGPTs, Gemini's co-pilots, how they are actually sourcing and formulating the gift recommendations they serve up.
Our mission today is to figure out if AI has finally moved past being a novelty and become, well, an absolute necessity for retail survival.
Exactly. I mean, the industry has always been rooted in physical design, human curation, and now it's facing this immense pressure to adopt a completely new, fast-paced technology. If they hesitate, they risk falling way behind.
And we're going to frame this whole discussion using a really potent case study. Our sources focus heavily on the Australian market.
Yes, and we're using it as a kind of bellwether. It's a region that has this incredible appetite for cutting-edge tech, but at the same time, it also has the highest level of consumer skepticism in the world.
So it's the perfect high-tension testing ground.
It is. So let's start with the consumer side, because at its core, AI is trying to solve a very modern problem: decision fatigue.
That feeling of being totally overwhelmed by choice.
Exactly. When you shop online, especially during that holiday rush, the sheer number of options can be paralyzing. AI promises to, cut through that noise.
And deliver something that feels curated and convenient.
Right. And the data shows consumers are ready for this. Globally, almost half, 44% of shoppers, have already used some form of AI tool for their purchases.
Yeah, and drilling down into that, I saw that 42% of those people have specifically used platforms like ChatGPT just for general style advice.
That's a staggering level of comfort, isn't it? Using tech for personal, aesthetic decisions. And major retailers are capitalizing on it. I mean, you've got Walmart's partnership with ChatGPT.
They're letting people shop right inside the chatbot.
Turning a conversation into a transaction, it's a huge leap.
Okay, and this is where that Australian paradox becomes so fascinating. We see huge demand right next to this deep caution.
Right.
Our sources say 61% of Australian consumers plan to use AI for at least one holiday shopping task. And almost half, 47%, expect AI to help them save money.
So high expectations for efficiency, for savings. But here's the tension. That same report found that 72% of those consumers are wary of AI.
That's the highest rate globally.
The highest. And 78% still say they prioritize buying from a human being.
That's a massive gap. How does a retailer even manage that? I mean, if the goal is a seamless AI-driven experience, doesn't a chatbot transaction risk alienating the vast majority who want that human trust?
That is the essential strategic question, right?
Right.
The goal isn't always to replace the human, but maybe to make the human interaction smarter or faster.
Or to hide the AI in the background.
Precisely. And when AI is used for convenience, trust seems to build quickly. 2 out of 3 consumers who've used it for retail report positive experiences. They like the speed.
Speaking of speed, I was really surprised by the demographic data here. When we think of fashion advice, we often think of a female-dominated space.
Sure.
But 43% of men said AI saved them time and significantly improved their shopping journey. The data shows men slightly outpace women in using things like outfit generators or reverse image search.
It's a key insight for retailers. AI seems to have removed a psychological barrier for male shoppers who, might feel awkward asking for style advice in a physical store.
The anonymity helps.
The anonymity and the efficiency. And this has huge commercial implications, especially for apparel.
Which ties directly into that online sales barrier. E-commerce for apparel has been stuck at roughly 30% of total sales for years now.
We hit a ceiling. And the hypothesis from our sources is that AI could be the thing that finally pushes online apparel past that 30% threshold.
If it can deliver that hyper-personalized, frictionless experience.
Exactly. If it can match the confidence you get from trying something on in-store, and we know 60% of non-users are already curious, especially about things like virtual try-ons, the potential for growth is immense.
Okay, so we've covered the consumer side, we've seen the expectations. Let's flip the lens now. How are retailers actually building the tools to meet them?
Well, they're definitely driving for efficiency. The optimism is really high. 86% of retailers feel positive about AI's impact, and 89% are already investing in tools for customer discovery.
They're realizing it's best for those repeatable, high-volume tasks.
Yes, freeing up humans for more complex decisions. And that efficiency isn't just on the front end, with recommendations you can see, it's also revolutionizing the back-end operations.
The stuff the shopper never sees.
Exactly. So 51% are using AI-generated content to streamline creative workflows for marketing. 32% are using predictive models for demand forecasting and inventory management.
That's the unsexy but critical stuff that prevents stockouts in December.
You got it. Let's dive into a couple of case studies. Take Koala, the furniture and lifestyle brand. They've integrated AI so deeply they call it an AI nervous system.
An AI nervous system. What does it actually mean?
It's a great phrase. It means they've built this unified data layer connecting inventory, customer service, and marketing. So they have an in-house AI concierge trained on all their product data.
So it can give instant answers on stock and delivery times.
Right. But the real intelligence is in the optimization loop. When a customer abandons their cart, the AI agent doesn't just send a generic come back email.
Okay.
It instantly generates a personalized offer that balances 3 variables in real time: the customer's likelihood to convert, the product margin for the business, and the available inventory. It's complex, real-time optimization.
It's amplification, not just automation.
That's the perfect way to put it. And that focus on speed is mirrored by Showpo, the fashion retailer. They use AI for personalized recommendations, of course, but also to optimize digital marketing in real time.
For a fashion brand, the pace of content creation must be a huge bottleneck.
Massive. So Showpo uses AI to test creative variations in ads, which headline works best, which color, and it also scales the ad spend automatically based on conversion potential. They've even used AI voiceovers for video ads to produce more content faster.
The speed of digital retail demands answers in hours, not weeks.
And AI delivers that. But the final challenge ties back to visibility, winning the AI search game.
Right, because if you're looking for a gift, the platform you use, ChatGPT, Gemini is actively deciding which brand you see.
And our sources reveal a startling metric. Visits from AI platforms convert up to 5.1 times more often than traffic from traditional search engines.
Wow. 5 times.
It shows these users are highly qualified, high-intent shoppers. They're asking for the answer. So winning visibility on these platforms is absolutely crucial. And they all source their gift ideas completely differently.
Okay, so let's start with ChatGPT. It acts like a seasoned reporter or a trend spotter. How does it decide what makes a good gift?
ChatGPT prioritizes authoritative third-party content. It leans heavily on Australian consumer trend reports, retail insights, polling data.
So not just the brand's own website.
No. Critically, it loves gift trend journalism from trusted publications like Vogue or News Corp. And because of its training data, it also pulls heavily from green polling and environmental reports, so it often suggests sustainable options.
So if you're a brand, you realize pure SEO isn't enough. To win on ChatGPT, you need to focus on getting high-quality coverage in trusted media. You have to become an expert.
Absolutely. Then you have Copilot, which is more of a retailer advocate. Unlike ChatGPT, it focuses heavily on retailer-owned channels and high-quality gift guides published by the retailers themselves.
So for Copilot, you need fresh, optimized content on your own site, but also mentions in those trusted media and retailer guides.
Exactly. It rewards brands with a strong, transparent digital footprint. Then we have Gemini, which is, let's call it the institutional data follower.
Okay.
It doesn't rely on journalism or retailer enthusiasm. It leans on spending reports and category data from major Australian institutions like ASIC or CommBank. It pairs that cold data with gift guides from major stockists, JB Hi-Fi, David Jones, and then cross-references social media to see what's culturally hot.
So to rank here, you have to build topic authority. The sources mention Google's EEE framework.
That's right. Experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. It's Google's measure of content quality. You basically have to look like a reliable, well-referenced institution.
And finally, Claude, You called this one the cost-conscious curator.
Yes. Claude prioritizes local Australian publications for cultural relevance. But critically, it uses generational consumer data from research sites like finder.com.au to validate budget appropriateness for different age groups.
And this was the unique insight, right? Claude was the only platform to provide price ranges completely unprompted.
The only one. It's segmenting the audience by budget immediately. It shows that Claude has internalized that crucial shopper behavior. People want quality, but they need to know the price fits their life stage.
So to win on Claude, you need generation-specific content, something like affordable gifts for Gen Z in Sydney 2025.
Exactly. These platforms are actively pre-curating consumer budgets and expectations before you even land on a retailer site. It's a powerful gatekeeper.
So now that we know how they source information, what did this algorithmic competition actually recommend?
Right. We distilled the recurring recommendations across all 4 platforms for the 3 major buying generations.
Let's start with Gen X, born between 1965 and 1980. The focus seemed to be on premium and comfort.
Yes, very much so. The recurring recommendations were experience vouchers, something to do, not own high-quality audio gear, smart home devices for convenience, and gourmet hampers. It's about quality, practical luxury, and lasting value.
Less focused on fleeting trends.
Much less. Then you have the millennials, from 1981 to 1996. For them, it's all about ethics and efficiency.
The recommendations really reflect their values and time constraints.
Absolutely. The AIs were consistent here. They recommended eco-friendly or sustainable gifts, time-saving robot cleaners.
You've got to save that precious millennial time.
You do. Also, premium skincare sets and travel credit or experience vouchers. The gift has to align with their values around sustainability and personal efficiency.
And finally, Gen Z, from 1997 to 2012, the generation dominated by viral culture. This list is trendy, social, and a bit nostalgic.
This is the fun list where we saw specific product mentions. The platforms highly recommended TikTok viral beauty and skincare. They cited Sol de Janeiro and Road Lip Treatment by name.
So they know the specific viral products.
They do. They also favored trendy tech and gaming gear, Y2K nostalgia accessories, and anything popular on Book Talk. If it's trending, the AI knows it's the cultural currency for that group.
So across the board, the recommendations reflect a consumer who is seeking value, ethical alignment, and hyper-relevance, all driven by these 4 very distinct algorithms.
And this brings us right back to the core tension we started with. The brands that win this season won't just be the ones that invest the most, but the ones that combine intelligence with, well, integrity. The goal is smarter service that feels human.
It's fascinating how our sources describe AI as becoming the great equalizer. Because these tools are now accessible, even startups can compete on insight against global legacy brands.
It democratizes the playing field. But the stakes are incredibly high, especially with cautious consumers. It only takes one negative AI experience, one bad recommendation, one friction point at checkout to sour people on the whole concept.
And the real question for 2026 is whether AI can consistently deliver on that promise of hyper-convenience without eroding the hard-won trust that brick-and-mortar retail still holds.
The era of intelligent shopping is here, but the human element is still the most valuable commodity.
So, as you get ready for your next holiday purchase, what will you look for to make sure your shopping experience feels both intelligent and authentic? Will one bad AI experience be enough to send you back to a normal search? Or will you embrace a system that already knows what you want? Something to think about as you navigate the busiest and most technologically advanced shopping season of the year.